Hello, Talk Funders. Today we're joined by Daniel and Dave from the Beagle Button. Are you someone who wants to turn online shopping green with just one click? You're going to find out how to do it with the Beagle Button. So let's go. Let's get on with the show. Listen, I really want to go on the journey of you today to really look at your product called the Beagle Button, which is currently live on Cedars, and all the links to the campaign will be in the video description below. I just love this product. I mean, it's really off its time, and in this main interview, I really just like you to give a sort of broad brushstroke of what the Beagle Button is all about. So maybe just do a sort of intro pitch to say what the Beagle Button is all about.
Thanks, Alan. Yeah, I'll take that first one, and Dave, of course, chip in and feel free to add anything that you think is missing. So what the Beagle Button in short is a browser extension that makes it easier to shop sustainably online. We say that if there's a better product, we'll sniff it out. How we do that is quite complicated, but essentially it means that if you download the Beagle Button, and then you proceed to shop as normal, we'll pop up with a recommendation for a sustainable alternative that should be in the same size, style, and color and gender that you're already looking at. So we work on a product matching level.
Is that the one like it goes into my Chrome extension? Is that the sort of thing you're talking about, guys?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, the beauty I think of a browser extension is, particularly for our use case, is people feel sustainable, they feel inspired, and they go back to their normal world and they forget about all those good sustainable feelings. So in this world now, you download a browser extension, exactly, it sits in the top right corner of your Chrome, and you just carry on as normal. You can completely forget about the Beagle Button at that point. Then when you're shopping, we have the ability to, when you're on a retailer's site, we can pop up and say, we see that you're looking at plastic throwaway face masks, doing that a lot in the last year. Here's an organic cotton one made with, waste fiber, made in the UK. So, we've saved you an unsustainable purchase there.
Well, in the deep dive, which will follow on from this main interview, like that's a really question about how that actually works. I mean, does it click on to a new website or etc.? But we'll cover that in the deep dive. I mean, I just love it where it says like, turn online shopping green with one click. So it really is a really simple process. Just once you install the Chrome browser. Fantastic, guys. I just want to bring you down on the Cedars page. We'll come back to the business highlights at the end of this main interview, and this really an informative video. Which I really would encourage people to just click through on the Cedars link below and just watch this. And it really does explain the different parts of the business. Would you guys just like to cover some of the key aspects of your business, which is included in the video? Sorry.
Sure. So I think the best place to start is that we know from ourselves and from what the numbers say that the majority of people want to shop more sustainably, and that's 73% of people, but they don't. And in reality, only 25% of people do. The problem and the challenge is that 48% of people, they struggle to find eco-friendly alternatives, and 38% of people can't make the change, right? They struggle to make those habits stick. So if we've got all these people on the one hand who have the right intention, what can we do to help turn that into an action? And that's where a browser extension becomes a particularly powerful tool to help tackle this problem. Because all you have to do is install it once, it sits on top of your browser, and then interacts with you as you shop online. What we like to say is that we pop up when it matters the most, and we add value when it's important, which is when you're shopping. From a user experience point of view, that just means you can go off and decide to make sustainable choices by downloading the Beagle Button, and then live your life as normal. We'll pop up when it matters with the most relevant product for you, which we figure out through preferences. So headline is we've created a beta version of our product that works very, very well. You can download it now. It's in the Chrome store. We'd encourage people to do so. Check it out for yourselves. Because we've built a database of very carefully researched sustainable products and services. We have over 1,000. We rigorously make sure that any product that is on our platform is genuinely sustainable, so has certified sustainable credentials. That sits in the background. And then as you browse the internet, we pop up and show you those alternatives in real time. We've built a beta version of the product, which we've taken to market and got 1,000 people using. getting those 1,000 people on the platform gave us a pretty good understanding of where we were working well, where we maybe needed to work a little bit better, and some of those areas for improvement. We've spent the last year making those improvements, working with some really exciting partners. So Imperial College Consultants helped us with the machine learning models. I think we're going to deep dive into some of the tech in a minute. And we've been accepted onto the Google SDG for Startups advisory program, which has given us access to a host of world-beating experts, which has helped take our matching accuracy to where we are today. And with fundraising to take it to the next level, take the beta version of the product to market. And launch with a public version that we can then scale to tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of users.
Well, all I can say is there, click through and invest your money today in the Beagle Button. That's very, very comprehensive. Thank you very much, Daniel and David. I think that's the end of the interview there, guys. But in all seriousness, it is a class product, guys. And in the deep dive, we'll just look at, like, we'll do, I'm going to do a simple thing of going on to the Google Store and have a look at how people can download it, etc. Fantastic. I mean, just look at before we just do that sort of deep dive, let's just look at the customer journey, which is on your home seeders page here. So you've got 4 elements of that. Would you just basically like to do a brushstroke of covering those 4 points there in your customer journey?
Yeah, sure. So you download the Beagle Button, you install it. We are available on Chrome and Mozilla Firefox with other browsers to come. It's very simple. It takes 2 seconds to add the browser to your extension. Add the extension to your browser. And then if you want to, this is an important piece, but it's optional. You can pick what better means to you. I think when we started and we were going, we're going to make it easier for people to be sustainable, there was a big question about, well, what does it mean to be sustainable? Because it means different things to different people. Some people might be more particularly passionate about plastic-free products, or other people might be exclusively looking for vegan products, or you might want to shop from minority-owned businesses. So our preferences feature allows you to tailor the better that you want to see and the sustainable examples that you want us to show you, which means that we're then able to show you products that are increasingly relevant to you. That's the hard bit, which isn't particularly difficult. You then sit back, shop as normal, go to any retailer, and we'll pop up with a better alternative in real time and say, hey, here's a product that we've done the research. This is a genuinely sustainable alternative. If you're interested, check it out. And then you just click on it and go through to one of our brand partners.
So if you're on a website, say the famous one beginning with A, which covers quite a large area of South America, right? And you're shopping for something, I mean, can you use your browser on that website, or how does that work?
100%, yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
Go on, Dave, you go. Sorry.
No, that's absolutely fine. Just I suppose firstly, the short answer is yes. And the beauty of it is you don't even need to remember to use our browser extension. You'll be shopping on that site. We'll pop up and make those recommendations in real time. We're UK focused at the moment. We cover the main retail sites, kind of over 90% of UK retail shopping. And as we grow, we're expanding out across broader sites as well.
Oh, fantastic. So say if you're on John Lewis as a popular online site, it just goes across all your normal, like I shop for Clark's shoes now online. So all those sort of channels are there. Oh, fantastic, guys.
Yeah,
okay.
Our goal was, our long-term goal is to offer something for anything that you shop for online. But even in the short term, we've tried to go for a broad range of product categories. It's really helpful to see which ones are particularly interesting to people. So that to do that, we've made sure we function across a few different retailers.
And I think it was Daniel was just saying there a few moments ago about, I just love that. What does it mean to be sustainable? And I haven't really thought about that, I mean, I'm on a journey of global understanding what I mean by global sustainable peace now. And doing this interview today has given me another little idea of, oh God, I don't want to know what sustainable is, but you guys are working on it full time, 24/7 by the signs of it. And you've got these 5 pillars of sustainability. Could you maybe just talk us way through these 5 pillars, please? Yeah.
So what we did originally, and what we continue to do, is to look at the world of online retail, look at each of the different product categories, and try and work out, well, what's wrong with the way that people currently shop. We know, kind of bigger picture, that the normal online retail is unsustainable, but why is that the case? So what we ended up finding was that these 5 pillars are actually kind of the flip side of the reasons why online retail is bad. And they vary by different categories. Clothing has different issues with technology. and all the way through to kind of homeware, different products will have different negatives. So we looked across all these different negatives, and then we said, okay, well, how in these different, with all these different product categories, can we flip those negatives, and how can we begin to get products that actually do the alternatives? And that's where the 5 pillars came out. So every product that goes into our catalog contributes to at least one of these pillars. Many of them contribute to many more. And again, across different product categories, you'll see some of these coming up more than others. The only other, I suppose, angle to add to that is we have a benchmark sustainability level that every product has to pass, but then we do also allow the further preference allocation. So if someone is really, really passionate about their products that they buy being plastic free, generally we're going to put the kind of reduce waste pillar. It's going to be much higher than some of the others. Likewise, people will maybe select support workers or protect nature. But that's how these kind of come into real life. These aren't just sort of pillars that sit on a poster on the wall. They feed through into every product that our users see.
Wow, it's fascinating. I mean, I interviewed a Spanish-based company based in Alicante, and they've designed these really high-end retro sneakers used out of, I think, the highest level of, is it the PET, isn't it? The recycled plastic. And like they want to manufacture in Portugal and Spain. They don't want to send it over to China and Vietnam, although one of the guys has 26 years of shoe production. He's manufactured in Spain, Portugal, China, and Vietnam. But I mean, there's something there that would align. That's just an example of they're supporting workers. They want the workers to, to stay within in Portugal, basically. And also then it cuts down on the shipping and everything. So fascinating to see that this is actually coming in on this side, on the consumer end side of things as well. Absolutely fantastic, guys.
I just add, Alison, I think the bit that we wanted to achieve with overall the concept of the Beagle Button, but then additionally with the preferences, is that we obviously have a huge belief in the power of consumer spending and what that can achieve and the impact that can make on the world. And we wanted to make it as easy as possible for people to shop their values. And that's what this does.
Fantastic. Wow. Okay, great. Now, just getting on the more business side of things, and for the retail investors who are interested in the Cedars.com listing that you have at the moment, is at the bottom of the page you have the monetization strategy. Could you say a little bit about that?
Sure thing. Happy to take this one if you'll let me, Dave. So we quite simply make money by connecting users to our brand partners. So we make an affiliate commission on every successful transaction. That means that it's risk-free for our brand partners, which obviously they enjoy, and we provide a free service to the end user. So that affiliate commission is currently, our average is about 10%, but at scale, those can rise to up to 50% depending on where you are and different products and services. But essentially, we make money on successfully sending a user through to a brand partner, and we take, when they convert into a sale, we take a percentage of that sale.
Which is, I think, sorry, Alan, to cut across there. Just to add, I think one of the nice things is it means we can be a kind of true social enterprise. So our revenue is in line with our impact. So if we're actually helping people to change the way they shop and buy better products, then we're getting revenue in return for that. So it very much aligns our commercial viability with our social goal as well.
Oh, right. Are you coming in from a social? I didn't realize that. Are you coming in from a social enterprise angle into this?
Well, the view being that, yeah, as a social enterprise more broadly, we're a for-profit business. I mean,
yes.
Just to be clear there, what I mean by social enterprise is a commercially viable business that has a social or sustainable goal at its core. So yeah, what I mean is that we are fully aligned on those, that we can be commercially viable, have a strong revenue model, but actually that is directly in line with our positive impact on the planet.
Now, just looking at the business highlights, which sort of builds on to what you were saying there about the monetization strategy, because you've already built a very successful crowd of it. It's probably over 1,000 now, beta users. Can we just talk our way through the 4 highlights here, which is on the page here, which is on the Cedars page? There's 4 business highlights. The first one being you've raised 124,000 pre-seed. Could you really just talk about those 4 business highlights, please?
Absolutely. Dave, I was going to give this one to you because I felt like I answered the last one first.
Great, let's do it. Yeah, absolutely. So, well, a long time ago now, when I first kind of joined, so Dan and our third original co-founder Tara had met and had the idea for the Beagle Button. They'd been at a hackathon, come up with this idea, and met someone from Sustainable Ventures, who, as we've kind of written there, is a leading sustainability accelerator in the UK, invest in sort of pre-seed and seed stage businesses. And that's about the point where they had an early conversation with them, went back, turned it into more of a business model. And I joined, we kind of then took that more concrete business plan back to Sustainable Ventures, went through the diligence process and closed that round at the tail end of 2019 to kick things off in early 2020.
And that can be quite a bruising experience because, like, to raise any money, whether it's £2,400 or let alone £124,000, is quite a bruising and thorough experience. So well done that, and that should give the viewers confidence in your business plan. And moving on to the second one now, you've exceeded 1,000 beta product testers.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, sorry, Dan, no, you take it.
Sorry. So we set out with the understanding of what we were going to build, and we took that money, the 124K pre-seed round, to create and launch a beta version of the product. We touched on this before, but we had a hypothesis about how it would work. And we wanted to get people using it to tell us where it was working, where it wasn't working, and where we could potentially improve. We set out to get 1,000 users. We've actually gone over that and achieved a few more, which we're obviously very pleased about, and grown organically since we stopped trying to acquire users. And the results have been really, really good. So I think anecdotally, internally, we spoke about, if we can facilitate a magical experience, it should feel like magic. Oh, that's just popped up and surprised me with an amazing product, then we would be succeeding. We've had that feedback from users, which is amazing. And on more concrete terms, some of the metrics we think have huge potential to disrupt. So the click-through rate that we're seeing on our recommendations is 1 in 10, so 10%, which outperforms both Google and Facebook ads. And the traffic that we send through to our brand partners from those click-throughs is outperforming UK e-commerce averages at 3%, which is up from between 1 and 2%, which is the average. So huge potential to disrupt. We're really pleased with where the metrics are at today, and we are really just getting started. So as we move from the beta version of the product that we've got today and launch that publicly, we expect those metrics to only go up and up and up.
And that is actually covered in your Excellent Campaign video as well. We are discussing about that, where you're outperforming Facebook and the Google ads. And I understand about click-through rates and everything, which was really, really impressive, guys. So well done. And the other bit about the video is, maybe we can talk about this in the backstory about machine learning. I mean, you've got a super tech guy in behind who's really been getting all that infrastructure working away for you. And just last year, I mean, this is sort of, a credit to you guys and really validation of where you guys are going. You've been awarded a place on a Google for Startups SDG advisory program. We
were approached by the SDG advisor program, a program where Google uses its, I suppose, internal experts, the knowledge that they have, the connections that they have, to support businesses that are having a positive impact on one of the sustainable development goals. So yeah, we've joined that program and kind of connect to individual experts across the Google business, which ranges from everything we spoke to people about fundraising, about marketing, through to, we had a very detailed machine learning conversation yesterday with a Google expert.
And all those sort of supports coming in from these programs, from your beta testers, etc., really has built momentum into the Beagle Button, and it's really fair credit to you. And we'll look at the development from an entrepreneurial journey side of things in the backstory, which is basically your story of how you've come to this point of really at this very successful stage on the Beagle Button journey. So I'd really like to thank Daniel and Dave from the Beagle Button, who are live on Cedars, and all the links will be in the video description below. A fantastic product. I think I'm biased now because I think it's a great product, but it really is turning online shopping green with one click. So thank you very much, guys, for doing the TALKFUNDING main interview today. And we're going to follow up now with a deep dive.
Thanks, Alan.